Hello and welcome back to the Flawless Fellows channel. I'm Flawless Failing and I am here to bring you a Warzone win video. That's right, very similar to the Fortnite weekly win series I used to run. We've got a win, we're going to talk about it, we're going to break it down. It's not weekly, however, because I'm not that good at Call of Duty Warzone, so I can't consistently win a game like I can on Fortnite. What I will say is, this is a particularly great win. I was very proud of it. The ending is particularly enjoyable. Sole survivor in a quads game, but with the whole squad watching, and the pace of some great reactions right at the end when I do get the win, because it's a 3-on-1 scenario, and I think none of them expected me to actually pull it off. So well worth hanging around for, I like to think. A couple of notes on the audio as well, and for when it at the end, I'm just going to play out the rest of the video without me talking over it. So I apologise for the audio mix. It recorded all my audio. Sorry, it recorded all the audio of the people I was playing with, but none of my own. And they're kind of disproportionately loud, because that's how I have my game settings, because I can never hear them over the fucking plane. So yeah, they will seem really loud, and you can hear quite a lot of feedback, which is my own audio through his one of the other players' microphones. So I apologise for that. And just to note, the guy wasn't talking to himself. I was talking to him, both of them, but it just hasn't recorded mine because I had a setting wrong. So that was clever. But yeah, we've got a sped up version for the start. We're going to show you the majority of the game sped up, so you can just see like my paths and my process of playing and where we went. But it's mostly sped up where there's not the action, and then where there's bits of action, it's nicely slowed down. Before I end the video and you get to kind of watch kind of how the game closed out, and I'm not going to be talking over it, what I will say is the guy was an absolute fucking legend for the end. He literally just sat there and was giving me like call-outs, telling me how many people were left. And I'm terrible for getting distracted with how many people are left because I get really nervous. So it was like, I mean, he can have some of the credit for the win just for literally staying, watching, and like telling me where people are, and just kind of pointing things out to me, because that was so useful. Particularly, like I said, how many people are alive, I find quite useful to know, but I kind of get distracted looking, and then I mess things up. But yeah, I've already had 2 finishes, but no kills, just finishing off other people's. As you can see, we started in Farmland. We've just literally started off with smashing out some contracts, which is particularly useful for just finding out where the next steering's going to be, getting a lot of cash. I think I end up leaving Farmland with like 20 grand cash, which means you can just buy people back, you can buy all the good stuff. And I'll make that as a general point. This team are great, they stuck together, but more importantly than that, I play so often on quads and people like quit as soon as they die and get eliminated, and it really winds me up because, you know, you can buy people back, and if you've got a half decent team, they will most of the time. So as you'll see in a minute, I think Orange gets dropped here, which we're going to go and try and kill his assailant, but I didn't get there quite in time. But, you know, tons of players at this point would just leave, which really winds me up, because then you're in a 3 situation on quads, which is never ideal. But he stuck around, and he gets brought back twice, I think, for it. So it just shows what it's worth hanging around for. But yeah, that's the first kill in Farmland, just assessing the area. And then we've got to kind of move for the zone. We get quite distracted trying to hunt this one guy, because we know there's somebody else here. Some terrible shooting again. Might I add. But yeah, Orange unfortunately lost in the Gulag, but we're still trying to hunt this one man down. And this is what I mean, the guy like patiently waits for a good like 5 minutes until he's brought back. I like that. Like, I always make an effort to stay, if you know, the majority of the time, because you're just screwing up somebody else's game by stropping off. It's not their fault you died. So yeah, we're all aggressively hunting this one guy. I don't think we ended up actually ever killing him. I think we just kind of, I think he must just die in the gas or just quit, because we kind of, as you can see, I'm keeping an eye on him, and I never really got him. But yeah, we'll whiz on to a bit later on. I was just showing you the kind of stuff. Just showing you the kind of stuff I could buy in the things. So there, like, I've got 19 cash, buy one of the players back.
Thank you.
Very grateful, as you can see. Courteous player, I like it. Bought some plates. Buy a self-revive kit. And then buy a precision airstrike last of all. So that just shows you how much money you can come out from a few. I think we only did 2 contracts and then killed a couple of players. And we're going to go to the old loadout drop now that's local as well. Now, my loadout drop is probably one of the most cliche loadout drops on the planet, and I didn't know that at the time. I designed this loadout literally the first day that I played Call of Duty. and now I've since found out like apparently everyone uses the same guns. So I picked an M4 just for consistency because I like a nice safe assault rifle, and then I think I picked the most powerful bolt action sniper as well, the AX-50, and then recently I was reading something and it was like, oh, what's like the most cliche class? And it was like an M4 and an AX-50, and I was like, great. So yes, I haven't copied all the articles that recommend it apparently that are out there. I have literally just designed this from day one for the purpose of trying to save up attachments for a good gun, and I've just not used anything since. So that's what I'm rocking in my custom loadout, as you will see in about 5 seconds. And again, just look how close we're all sticking together as a 4. We're taking shots, but the fact we're all just there it shows how well like teamwork is. I wouldn't say any of us like doing anything absolutely incredible play. We're just stuck together as a unit. Orange is unfortunate enough to get picked off again there. It's not his fault, to be fair. We're just kind of surrounded at all sides at this point. And I feel like, to be honest, early game, despite the fact I end up kind of turning it around and
we're not going to make it back to the car.
Getting the most kills, the team were really carrying me at this stage. Because I think they've put together about 12 kills between them at this stage. Now, Wizzy not on again. We've just ran through downtown, just running from the gas. As you can see, just waiting for these enemy UAVs to pass, and then we're going to go and get buy orange back. And again, this just shows you how good team play here is, because when I get in, I get dropped here, and the team literally instantly kind of end up saving the day. I mean, literally the second I get dropped, these guys are down and saving the day, saving me having to use my self-revive. It just shows how good it is to stick as a unit. And then we're going to move off, and there's my favourite kill in the game here, actually, even though the ending's like such a good thing. You'll see in a minute, a guy gets an RPG ready. I catch people setting up a little ambush here at the end of the bridge, and a guy literally runs up to RPG my entire team. And I clipped a sniper off on him and downed him literally, I think, a second before he was about to kill them all, which was ideal timing. You'll see it in a minute. I realised bailed to get ready and just pick him off at the right moment, which was probably quite a critical moment. But then from here we're going to move straight on, and like I said, I'm not going to talk through the last little bit because it's just. It kind of pays so well on its own. I think just to hear their reactions in particular made me enjoy a lot more watching it back. One of the guys does the most fantastic laugh at the end on the win, which really tickled me. You'll see the 4th kill, I'm going to just mention because it's in fast forward, so you might not pick it up, but there's a cheeky little claymore I placed down before the end, and that gets to the kill. But I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. If you do, please subscribe to the channel for more top-notch content. And of course, like the video and share it with anyone, because, yeah, like I said, really proud of this ending. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, let us know in the comments section. Enjoy!
On your shoulders. Finish the mission.
Right, he's run outside.
Gas is moving.
What's your gas?
Mate, Jesus Christ, buddy. Go on, lad.
25 are left. Stay sharp out there.
Go inside, take a minute just to reload, recoup. Right, G versus 23. Yeah.
Gas is inbound.
18.
Marking new safe zone.
Yeah, you got one in that next house on your right.
Gas is moving.
Oh, on your right. Oh, yeah.
10 remaining.
You
Keep it up.
don't have a gas mask, something tells me. Oh, you do? Right, 9 remaining. Still got a guy on your left. Mr. RPG.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Last chance, soldier. Kill or be killed.
On your left.
The fucking... Oh, God.
Team of 3 versus you.
Oh, nice one!
No way! No way!